Imagine a language model that doesn't just understand Turkish, but thinks like a lawyer. Not just any lawyer, mind you, one who can instantly find the right contract clause, interpret a complex regulation, or trace a precedent from decades ago. That's exactly what we're diving into today. We're talking about Mecellem, a groundbreaking project from aNewmindAI in Turkey, a new generation of Turkish language models built specifically for the legal world. And the results? They're not just impressive, they're revolutionary. So how do we measure how good a model is, especially when it comes to legal tasks? Well, we don't just look at one thing. We look at everything. There are two key scores we care about. Legal score, a weighted average of performance on contracts, regulations, and case law retrieval. Think of it as the model's lawyer IQ. MTEB Score, a broader benchmark across classification, clustering, semantic similarity, and more, measuring how well the model understands language in general. And here's where it gets exciting. Backhand index pointing right Mecellem-Base-TR-Retrieval nails the highest legal score at 47.52, meaning it's the best at finding the right legal documents. Backhand index pointing right Mecellem-Large-TR-Retrieval leads in general language, understanding with a 56.43 MTEB score. But here's the real kicker. Both models beat existing state-of-the-art models, including TABI-BERT, a widely used Turkish model, across every single task. That's not just good. That's robust. We didn't stop at retrieval. We tested them on non-retrieval tasks too, things like classifying legal documents, identifying names and dates, answering questions, and even judging how similar two legal sentences are. And the results? Mecellem-Large achieved an overall score of 0.818, the highest across the board. Mecellem-Base followed closely at 0.798, and still beat TABI-BERT on every single task. This isn't just about being good at one thing. It means these models understand Turkish law deeply, and can handle a wide variety of real-world legal challenges. That's the power of domain-specific training. Now, here's the practical question. Can we actually use these models in real legal systems? Because even the best model is useless if it's too slow or too expensive to run. So we built a new metric, production efficiency, a smart real-world score that balances how well the model performs, how specialized it is for legal tasks, how many parameters it uses, how fast it can process data, and how long it takes to store documents in a database. And guess what? Even though Mecellem-Base has only 155 million parameters, a fraction of the size of giants like BGEM3, it still ranks fourth in production efficiency. Why? Because it's optimized not just big but smart. In the real world, that means faster, cheaper, scalable legal AI systems, perfect for startups, law firms, or government agencies who want powerful tools without breaking the bank. But how do we teach a model what makes a good legal response? Enter Muhakim, our custom reward model, which uses a smart gate system that changes priorities based on the question. If you ask about a regulation, it cares most about accuracy. If you're asking about a case law, it focuses on citation quality. And it learns this on its own, thanks to a mixture of experts architecture that routes the task to the right specialist network. It's like having a team of legal experts, each trained on different types of cases, and the system picks the best one for the job. And the best part? You can see why it gave a certain score, because each quality dimension is explained. Now let's talk about Turkish itself, a language where meaning lives in the suffixes. A single word can carry years of grammar, case, and tense. So we didn't just train on any data. We applied ultra-strict quality filters based on suffix entropy and lemma diversity, making sure our model sees real linguistic variety, not just repetition. The result? A training corpus that keeps 3.48 billion tokens, with high morphological diversity, while cutting out noise and low-quality content. This isn't just clean data, it's smart data. And it's why Mecellem understands Turkish like a native, even in complex legal phrasing. Now here's the deeper technical insight. Most models train by minimizing loss, a simple metric that tracks how often they guess wrong. But that's not enough. Mecellem found something revolutionary. The best performing model checkpoints weren't the ones with the lowest training loss. They actually peaked in performance before loss reached its minimum. Why? Because the model was learning the right kind of language, not just memorizing patterns, but understanding legal nuance. So instead of relying on loss alone, they used real-world retrieval tasks, like finding the right case law or regulation, to test the model during training. And that's how they picked the optimal checkpoints. It's like grading a student not just on how many answers they got right, but on how well they understand the material. And here's the kicker. Their smaller model, only 155 million parameters, achieves performance on par with models that have over 500 million parameters. That's like a compact car getting the same gas mileage and speed as a big SUV, except it uses way less energy. In AI terms, that means way lower costs, faster deployment, and better efficiency. In fact, their models are 92% as efficient as the state-of-the-art, ranking fourth on the Turkish retrieval leaderboard, despite using fewer resources. Now for the second part, decoder models, the kind that generate text like QN3. They didn't just fine-tune them. They used continual pre-training, CPT, a smart, step-by-step process called curriculum learning. Think of it like teaching a student. Start with basic Turkish grammar, then move to legal terminology, then long, complex court rulings. The model went through 4 phases, each with carefully curated data, starting with general web content, then gradually shifting to full legal documents. And the result? A 36.2% reduction in perplexity, meaning the model now understands Turkish legal text much better, with fewer errors. But how do you really know a model is good at legal reasoning? Not just by grammar, but by accuracy, context, and depth. So the team created Muhakim, a custom reward model trained specifically on Turkish law. It evaluates responses across 5 dimensions: statute reference accuracy, illegal correctness, case law citation quality, linguistic fluency, depth of analysis, and when tested under tight context, like only 5 or 10 tokens of reference text, the Mecellem-trained models consistently beat the base models, sometimes by over 100% in performance. So what's the big takeaway? 1. Train from scratch with real-world goals. Don't just chase low training loss, test performance on actual legal tasks. 2. Use smart stage training. Curriculum learning helps models adapt without forgetting general knowledge. 3. Efficiency beats size. Smaller models can outperform larger ones if they're trained right. 4. Build domain-specific tools. You can't just use English AI for Turkish law. You need models built for the system. And the best part? All of these models are open source, available on Hugging Face. This isn't just research. It's a toolkit for lawyers, developers, and researchers to build the next generation of AI-powered legal tools in Turkey. So if you're in the legal tech space, or just love the future of AI, keep an eye on Mecellem. Because this isn't just about better models. It's about building AI that understands the law, the way it's meant to be. Now go find that precedent,